And that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Come on, fellas.
Ready to break.
55. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
General West. Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Right up.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check 26. Check 26. Switch.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 48's the money. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Hey, exit.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
Here we go.
But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, high 7. He must be dreaming.
He's coming.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opeting drive. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Mike.
Hey, orbit. Middle.
I got you. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Silver. 48. 48's the Mike. Hey, they scared. Check.
77.
Check.
Ben to throw again. Able to find Isabella. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
This one caught by Isabella. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Pittsburgh.
All right, now.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
No spacing.
Check 15. Bofo's the Mike.
These 2.
Watch Bofo.
Hey.
Twin.
Hey, Charlie.
Check the backer.
Black and turn.
Here's Samuels. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Black 30.
Check.
Left bell. Middle.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Watch the run. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger steps away to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! 24. SOS.
They'll try and run for it with counter. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
50.
Get wide. 44, Mike, 44. Watch the curl.
Hey.
I got it.
Black one.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They'll run here with Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
3 down, 3 down. Watch the edge. Watch the safety creep.
They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's getting some penetration. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch.
Go.
Alert 3. Alert.
80 weapon.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Kill, 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 kill. Check 24. Check.
On third down, here's Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught here by Conley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Joker, 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 joker. Hey, hey,
This is Grant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ready. 15.
It's a gain of 3.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, box drop, box drop. Ready, ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
You alert. You got tight. You got tight right there.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
No spacing.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That's it, baby.
Like 20. Hey, Alpha.
Rip right, rip right.
These two.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, That means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Middle.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First down,
Middle.
Pittsburgh.
Hey, Delta.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and that's complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Jalen Samuels. A gain of 12. And the Steelers first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
44.
Show that best release.
And we got to get to the box.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. Hey, 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 hey. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, 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 hey.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Get him, get him, get him.
Jack 16.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I don't think you got it, son.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Go! Hey, undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check it.
Again, it's Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with third and 11 coming up.
Leads to third and 11.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 11.
Slam, slam.
Protein spill.
50. So don't say nothing.
Bravo.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Go.
He'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
So we got man.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Bang, bang.
Hit it.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On the set.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38.
Check 31, check 31. Safe, safe, safe. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Catch it.
But I...
Slam, slam, slam.
Henderson now on first and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
10-2 soft.
Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. No, no, no.
Look at me. Door, door.
Check.
Again, it's Henderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Yep.
Back, back, back. Check 9, check 9. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Get.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
49, check 49, check 49. Look, squeeze.
Slam. Shift.
Now.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. He's coming, he's coming.
Second down, it's Henderson. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury.
That's it, baby.
Now after the holding call, here's second and 20.
Check Mike, check Mike. Showing up, showing up. Deuce, 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 deuce. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Leo. Shoot.
From the gun to give to Henderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready up.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm here all day. Big dash, big dash. Come, come. Kill, kill, kill. Check 3, check 3.
Check grip.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, get in the weight room. Jim.
Four.
Watch safety creep.
Ready?
Here's Grant. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
7.
He's back to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, Connor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Quarter.
Push him back.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
Hey, Steve 6.
They'll run for it with Connor. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
And now the entire season and their dreams of a Super Bowl berth come down to this 2-point conversion. They need it to tie.
Well, that certainly comes under the heading of critical mistake, doesn't it, partner? You can't have that. You got a chance to tie the ball game from the 2-yard line. Now you've got to go back to the 7-yard line and take the same chance.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion.
25, check 25.
Go get him. 2-point conversion.
Left out. Hey, exit.
Roethlisberger to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Pull it together.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
And the AFC champion has been crowned. On to the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting